Hi, it's Aurora Blue. Welcome to Messages from Mary. Happy Memorial Day in the U.S. Happy Memorial Day weekend. Hope all is well. Hope everyone's had a wonderful, safe holiday. And hi, sweetie. Thanks for coming. So, we are going to get started with Messages from Mary. I know that Instagram's going to do its thing. Hi, sweetheart, but we're going to go ahead and connect with the energy and get started with our message. So if you're with me now, and if you were with me down the road at a later time with this video, just bring your energy and your awareness into your beautiful heart. And we'd like to thank the energy of Mary for calling us together across time and space to share her wisdom, her unconditional love, and her grace with us in this moment tonight. We thank the beings of unconditional love and light who are gathering us together and overlighting this time, who are overlighting this space, this field of light, this infinite field of unconditional love and energy. And whatever is on your mind in this moment, whether you're with me now or whether you're watching this video at another time, just call into your heart if you have questions for the energy, if you would like, if you have anything weighing on your heart or mind, anything you want guidance for, just being present with that. Knowing that this field is a quantum field, she's calling us together regardless of the time that we connect. So we ask, this message is for the collective. It's for all of us, and we ask that her guidance come through for the messages she wants to share tonight, for the highest and best for us all, for anyone who comes across this transmission. And we ask that the energies and the blessings of this transmission flow out into the world in their infinite ways and her infinite beauty and grace. And just feeling her beautiful light as she flows into our field. You may be seeing the energy of white, blue, silver. You may be seeing pink. Whatever you're seeing is perfect. And we ask that, what would she like for us to know tonight, in this moment, at this moment in time? What are the messages for this evening? Sweet Mary, Mother of Grace, what would you like to share with our beloved humans, our beloved brothers and sisters? And if you're here on the live, or if you view this at another time, please feel free to comment, type questions, insights, feedback, and I will answer. I'll answer during the live if they come up, and I will go back and get notifications, and I can come back and answer any questions you might have, and also any, or you could message me too. So the card that came up is Our Lady of Sweet Rest. And I think, sorry about that little O light, I'm gonna improve on that. But Our Lady of Sweet Rest. I, for one, took a nap today. So I don't know if anyone else has been feeling I know it's a big weekend in the United States, and lots of gathering, graduations, the Indy 500, lots of baseball, lots of gathering with friends and family. And so she may be coming up this evening at this moment, just encouraging us to rest, to allow our bodies and our energy fields to just settle, to absorb, and all the interactions, all the fun, all the memories. Maybe you've been hard at work in your yard, gardening. Maybe you've been at the lake or traveling. Whatever you've been doing over this holiday weekend, she is saying rest. So be gentle with yourself tonight over the next 24 hours. And then if you're seeing this video down the road, just tune into the energy of rest, and it will be appropriate for you at that time as well. And then Our Lady is starting over. So that's kind of funny. I think this message has come up in our previous readings this month. It's been a big message ever since we went through the eclipse tunnel. But she's saying, have a rest, take it easy, and then get going. Whatever. And I believe last week the message was also like it was time to act. So if you are, as we start into the energy of June, and this week there's a full moon, so full moon energy, and it's, I believe, Sagittarius, which is Sagittarius is a fire sign. It's a very jovial, social, active sign. So those energies will be aligned with this full moon. And if you have Sagittarius in your chart, you may be feeling that even more profoundly. And I have dogs. Hi, sweetie. And which, if you've watched me before, you know this. But I have one that's with me now. He's shut in my room with me, so he'll be staying. With the energy of the full moon and the Sagittarius energy of the full moon. Oh, good. I love that, Alana. I'm talking directly to you. I know you've probably had a huge weekend. So the rest part, but the starting over part is a very exciting message, because as we go into summer, the energy is so active, it's so fiery. We've got the Sagittarius energy with the full moon, so you're sort of like getting rid of things that do not serve you. So maybe you're feeling compelled to clean your closets, clean out your garage. I know in our personal life, we are literally doing that right now. We're cleaning out a garage. We're just cleaning things out. I'm getting ready to just get rid of so many things. Slowly, but over time, just purging, the energy of purging. And when we purge, we create free space to grow a new idea, a new relationship, a new job, a new venture, a new garden, whether it's metaphorical or a metaphorical garden or a literal garden. Does anyone have any questions about that right now that's on the live? Anyone have any energy going on with the starting over? Well, hi, sweetie. Hi, Mama. Congratulations. If anyone has any questions about or comments about where you are right now with having a rest and starting over, I'd love for you to share, and we can chat about it. I'm just checking in to see. I think I think these cards have come out before together, and you see me shuffling them and clearing them. So she's definitely, she definitely on a collective level wants us to know that we are moving forward. She wants us to stay focused, and she wants us to stay connected to her love light. I was having a conversation with someone that I deeply love and respect yesterday, and he was saying how we were talking about sacred activism, and he was talking about how he was sharing that all the people that we were referring to, Gandhi, Martin Luther King, Mother Teresa, Jesus, they all had a direct connection to spirit. At their heart of their purpose and their walk was always their connection to spirit. And so Mary is saying, it feels kind of what I'm feeling right now is like a lot of focus. Hi, sweetie. Thanks for coming on, everybody. I'm feeling with her energy, she wants us to rest and take good care and then focus. Channel that energy of starting over, whatever that path may be for you, whether it's personal or something that is part of, love to you too, or you're part of a group. Say it's a personal path, something you're starting over in your own personal space, your personal life, whether it's a job, a relationship, your home, a hobby, an exercise routine, what have you. Or if you are starting over with a collective, with a group. So maybe it's something that you are collectively, you're involved with a group of people and you have a focus and a goal and a mission. She is saying, follow your passion. So connect with your passion, stay connected to her. She will help, like this energy that's coming through, it's almost like a freight train. Like there's a lot of power. There's a lot of, the word I'm hearing is emphasis, but there's a lot of, there's just a lot of power, a lot of force with this energy that you're feeling, or that you are feeling personally and we are feeling as a collective. And I'm seeing a locomotive. So you know how a train will go on the tracks, and you'll see, in the movies or in real, you'll see the train and it'll like go on the tracks, and then anything that's on the track, dust or water or rain or snow, will fly out like to the side, off. It will go off like in waves of, it'll go off in like waves of force. So what she's saying is that we are channeling this energy and we're all part of it. It's like hello, thanks for coming on. It's like there's a huge force of energy coming. It's very focused. We are part of it. And she is saying to, our fuel will be our connection to spirit and our passion, our interest, our engagement. So if we want to take this into, say you are starting a new project of your own. Let's just say maybe you're starting a new, maybe you're moving into a new home or a new living space. Hi, thanks for coming on, everybody. She's saying that with these energies, there will be a lot of passion, there will be a lot of focus, and we're going to clear the tracks. Like you're going to clear the tracks, you're going to have a lot of energy to get this done. On a collective level, if you're part of a group, if you're part of a collective movement, whether it's with work or activism or community engagement or and it's summer, so maybe it's farmers markets, maybe it's outreach of some sort, maybe it's mentoring, tutoring, working for animal rescues or the environment, anything that you are, if you're tapped into a group energy that is new for you. She is saying that there will be a lot of, what I'm getting is be prepared. It could move swiftly, like the energy could go very quickly, and you could find yourself swept up in the excitement and the passion and the focus and the energy of it. So no wonder she started this message with Our Lady of Sweet Rest. We're going to all need this. It'll be like having a really physically active day. Maybe you've like gardened and worked out and you've cleaned your house and you've like done all these things and you've accomplished work and family, and you're just going to bed with that just sweet exhaustion, just the exhaustion from having a very abundant and full day. So I have a feeling what she's saying is this week with this full moon energy, the locomotive tracks, a lot will be cleared. A lot you're going to find, if you're not doing it now, that over the course of this next 7 days, that you will be letting go of things either emotionally or in your physical life. You may be, potentially what will also happen with that is that things that are coming up internally that need to be healed will also be showing themselves. So maybe it's something that is a memory, or you encounter a situation where you're aware of an old pattern that's coming up for you, either in the way that you respond to it or the way that you feel internally, or and you find that you are so just be aware of it, do your work. Awareness is half of the battle, it's such a good thing when we have awareness, because that means that we have the ability to shift what is unconscious patterns in our life that keep moving us forward and potentially into situations where we're repeating patterns we don't want to repeat. So over these next 7 days with this full moon energy, anything that comes up for you in that way, be gentle with yourself and give yourself huge credit that you see it. Go, oh, okay, I see it. I can do this differently. Every time we recognize a pattern and we make another choice, or we make an amends around that, if it's in a situation with someone else, or maybe it's just with ourselves. I had, I mentioned earlier, I took a nap today, and my little self came to me in my kind of semi-dream state. And I could remember, like I remembered the outfit and the way the sleeves felt on my arms and the way my hair, I think I had pigtails. And I was 6, and she was just so there with me. And I still don't exactly know what that was about, but that's my point. So we may have, sorry, my dogs are knocking. If you hear that noise, that's what that is. That's my point. Like, we may have things coming up. She has a message for me, and I couldn't, in that state, I was so there, and I didn't leave. So I know that she was coming forward for me at this time, and I met her. So it may be somewhat, is nebulous the right word? It may be somewhat unformed like that, but in your awareness. So as these things come up, just be with them, recognize them, maybe journal about them. If it's an interaction that you have with a friend or a partner or a family member or a coworker or a neighbor or a stranger, someone in the grocery store, if it's an interaction like that and you feel, oh, maybe I see something that I want to shift. Give yourself huge credit for noticing, being aware, and shifting it, because that's how we shift it. We shift it by recognizing it and also hearing what our self needs to say about it. So it's growth. So be kind to yourself that you're growing. The world is a better place when we grow. So every time, every thought, every action, every emotion that we address and change, or we are present with, and we allow it to change form, every single time, every single one of us does that, we affect the collective consciousness of humanity. We affect the entire world that we are living in. So give yourself kudos for that. So to review our messages from Mary tonight, she started out with Our Lady of Sweet Rest, and we know it's been a wild weekend, or big weekend, a big holiday weekend for everyone. It's Memorial Day weekend right now. And she's just saying, be gentle with yourselves. And part of this, what I'm getting with this card, is also like letting the goodness of your weekend assimilate, like drink it in. Sometimes when we're really busy, and I know that maybe not everyone has had a good weekend. Maybe people have worked all weekend. Maybe you've not felt well, or you work in a hospital, or you work in healthcare, or you work in a store, a restaurant, whatever. And so you've been out there serving humanity all weekend. Again, rest, but let your experiences assimilate. Take the good and allow the good that you've had from the weekend, whether it's abundance from your work, or it's connection with a loved one, or being present with someone you love who might not be feeling well. Or for us, we also lost a pet this weekend. We had our midweek, we had to put our oldest pup down. He was 13 and he was very ill, and we had the most amazing goodbye here at home with our vet, who was so kind, and it was just beautiful, but heart-wrenching. So partly also probably why I'm been tired over the last few days, because anything that's a big emotional event can also tax us. But being also very, for me as an example, being very present with the gratitude for our dog Bo in our life, and the memories of how he came along, and how I miss him not coming to the door. And for the first time in 13 years, no dog is grabbing the food off of all of the counters. Like we had to, it's just so weird. How many times we would get mad or have to hide our food or have other people guard it, because he was just so stealth. He was so deft. It was amazing how talented he was, and at grabbing food or grabbing containers or grabbing anything. So having that energy not in the home anymore has been really kind of stunning, and we notice it because it's a big change. So if you've experienced anything along that spectrum, be gentle, rest, allow it to just really, the good and the changes, and even any grief, any sadness, allow it to just sink in, and just, it's part of this juiciness of being alive and being on this planet. And then Mary is saying, this is coming, and it's the energy I'm getting tonight around these cards is it's coming like a freight train. And it's, the part of it is the intensity, but part of it is the focus. So if this rings true for you, buckle up, saddle up, have fun. And she is really saying, stay connected to source, stay connected to the divine through prayer, through meditation, through your spiritual practice, through your physical practice, whether you do yoga or you run, golf, walk, garden, whatever your practice is, stay connected to spirit. That is what grounds us, and it anchors our soul energy into the planet. And when we aren't anchored into the planet, we go adrift, and when we go adrift, we can do that. It's also part of our learning. It's part of being here. It's part of the contrast we experience. But we can feel very separate from the divine, separate even from each other. And that the one thing, regardless of what's going on in your purview, whatever lens you see the world through, and whatever outer events you are witnessing, whatever event, whatever, I'm trying to think of a different word, but whatever you're seeing in the world play out, wherever your attention is drawn, just know that love and compassion, when we see hate and anger and violence and war and withholding, all of those things are reactions to a deep pain. And it's a deep woundedness, whether it's in the person, their family, their ancestry, our personhood, or it's in that particular tribe or collective of people, whether it's through their faith or where they live in the world or in our towns. So Mary is always about love, and she's always about compassion. And when we are feeling triggered ourselves, or we're feeling frightened ourselves, that is when we have got to reach for that light and literally pull on it, because we're connected anyway. It's just the human experience will feel separate. So I hope this is resonating. I hope this makes sense. I'm gonna draw. We're gonna close with, I just got this oracle, Life Soul Vision by Romy Weiser, and I adore it. It's so stunningly beautiful and so stunningly, I love the art and I love the messages. So we're going to ask for a message from this, and then we're going to close with, I love these little just love notes, like just hugs. They're just hugs from God. So again, since we're going to draw, if you're with me, just tuning in to your heart and just being open to the message. And remember how these messages come through. You notice, like, what words are you hearing? What do you see in the art, or what are the messages that are coming through your own awareness? Because you are intuitive, sentient, divine energy as well. And we all know that when we're in conversation with another, we can be hearing things that aren't being said, or we can be hearing things that are said, but hearing them and assimilating them differently than the speaker. So in a situation like this, with these divine transmissions that are coming through, Spirit's literally communicating with you. So just, whoa, oh my goodness. We have so many. Well, this is the one we're going to go with, because it's The Gathering. So did this come out last week? The Gathering. This came out last week. I just got in the Oracle, and it came out to bless our, oh my gosh, does anybody else have chills? Isn't that amazing? I was playing with this last week before Messages from Mary, because I wanted to use it. So I was just cleansing the deck and shuffling. I'd already connected with it. And this message, the gathering, came out. And so that's how we started our reading last week. Alana says, yeah, isn't that great? I just love that. So she's here. She's gathering us together. So know that also in light, I don't know, can you see? I don't know if you can see. Yeah, I think you can. See all those sweet souls with their arms around each other, and it feels like they're literally looking at Earth. So for me, I have, hello, thank you for coming on. I just have a huge passion that when I leave my body in this lifetime, hello, sweet one, that I want to have left the planet in a better place, with more love. I want to have left the planet with more love than when I got here, and more connection. So when I see that card, my little sweater is getting all tangled up. When I see that card, this beautiful card, this is how I see it, that we as souls, we've come in. If you're here and you're seeing this transmission with me, and you're here for messages from Mary, at any point, whether it's tonight or down the road at any point, you're here because you're one of these beings. You are here, sweet ones, because you are here to elevate and expand the consciousness of humanity. And we do it with ourselves as well. We don't come in like as a finished job. We're here as emissaries, ambassadors of the divine. Some of us are coming from different star systems and lineages. Some have never been on this planet before. There are so many children being born that are coming in with such they're so clear and crystalline and connected to the divine. They're so intuitive that they do not have the baggage that we were born into the world with. So it's a really amazing time, and stay steady as we look at what plays out on the world stage is how we are changing. And we knew as souls that this is what we were coming in for. And we're always on the leading edge of creation, so it can always be so much better than it could have been. I feel we are always doing so much better. Now, I'm not going to say I feel that way all the time. The human part of me, the part of me that's with Mary and with you right now, feels so positive and so excited for what is happening in terms of the shifts and the conversations and the revelations and the illuminations that are happening in our collective across the world. And I saw a little thing somewhere, probably on Instagram or maybe across the news. But and we've talked about this before, because I got this message before without, just intuitively, we know that technologies and developments and inventions will always come along. I mean, look at what's happened in our lifetimes. But I just saw something where they're creating out of mushrooms a bacteria that consumes plastic. Now, it's in the very beginning stages. It takes a very long time. There's a lot. It's not developed yet, but this is my point. There's so much going on. There's so much goodness. There's so many people on the planet doing so much beauty. Be that person. Find those people, whether you have a passion for animals or the environment or human rights or feeding the hungry or protecting the children or teaching or singing. If you're an artist, find what lights you up and do that. Be with those people. When we gather, like this card, when we gather, our energy is amplified. So when you gather with others in your passion, whatever your passion is, your energy is amplified. And when you are gathering, if you're here with me, you're gathering for the highest and best for yourselves, your families, and our world. You all are. So do that. Be alive there. Focus your energy there, because how that ripples out into the world changes everything. And in a lot of ways, it will change things and you'll never know. You'll never see that person again. You'll never know how that interaction or that post or that event or whatever, or even the fact that on a day where they say don't go through a drive-through and you're the person that doesn't go through the drive-through, it makes a difference. It all makes a difference. So here's our love note. Aw, I love this. It says, kindness wears the crown. Kindness wears the crown. Do you love my little boo-boo Band-Aid? It's Bluey for my granddaughter. Loves Bluey. Kindness wears the crown. Imagine now that kindness is the essence, the ruler of your inner world. What wonders would be revealed from within you if it was safe enough for them to emerge? Become kinder. Cultivate an inner life filled with compassion. Well, that's gorgeous. I am just so grateful to be in this energy with you. That's literally, those are words that were spoken earlier about Mary and about the how her encouragement for us to stay connected to the divine and to stay in compassion and to stay in love. It's always my experience with her energy is that's always her message, is to come from a place of love and to come from a place of compassion. And it doesn't mean that there's not justice, and it doesn't mean that we get a free pass. She's just saying, just be that. Just be the change you want to see. Be that person. Do our own work. Follow our passion. And whatever project you are starting anew, I wish you all the best. I wish you happiness and fun and wildly entertaining creative energy surges and stints, and I wish you all the connections you need for your highest and best, to make your dreams come true, to make your to share your gifts from your heart and your soul in the way that lights you up, because it lights up our world. So I wish you I wish you goodness and grace, and I wish you a lot of conscious connection with the divine as you walk along over this next week. So, just in closing, our sweet lady of sweet rest, Our Lady of Starting Over, and Our Lady of Passion. Yeah, and get ready for that locomotive energy. It's coming. And that doesn't surprise me with the Sagittarius fire. And Sagittarians are funny. My dad was a Sagittarius. We have Sagittarians in our life, friends and family. Sagittarians are a riot. And they can also be unpredictable. So be open to surprises. Like, what will this moon, what will this Sagittarian energy, this release, like the fire of getting rid of what you don't want. Like, you might just find you just start throwing stuff away, or you just start giving it away or selling it or whatever. Just go with it. Purge, because your energy is needed elsewhere. And the space is needed in your mind and your body and your sanctuaries for you for this new project. And then she ends with, kindness wears the crown. So anyway, sweet ones, thank you for being with me tonight and in the times to come. I wish you many blessings, and we thank the Divine Mother. Oh, she's really powerful. I don't know if you all can feel her, but she's just so here. We thank her for her blessings, for her guidance, for her encouragement, for her smiles. And we thank the beings of unconditional love and light who have held this space, will hold this space, and hold each of us. And so it is, and we are grateful. Namaste, everyone. See you next week.